Hey, what's up guys and welcome back to Anime King. And today I'm going to be giving you part 4 of What If Naruto created his own village. Remember to get this one to 100 like as usual, share this to all of your friends on your social media platform, and also go ahead and check out What If Naruto was trained by Kaguya. I posted a new episode of that, so go ahead and check it out and enjoy. And when you're done over here, go ahead and check out Anime King 2. And if this is the first time you're hearing of Anime King 2, I'm going to be leaving a link at the top of the description for you guys to go over there and enjoy. And if you enjoy the 100 plus what ifs over there, go ahead and click that red subscribe button and be a part of the channel. And tonight I'm going to be posting a new episode of Uchiha Naruto the Sage and also Naruto the God of Shinobi. So stay in tune for all of the lovely what ifs coming your way, and thank you all for your support and help. And without further ado, let's get straight into this new episode. So, the last time we left off, we had the time skip as Naruto village is coming a long way. A lot of things has happened. Naruto has gotten lower ninjas from all over, and they are being trained by Rayman to be Naruto's special corps, like a Anpu team, while the rest of them are being trained by Moshi to protect the village and guard the civilians that are in the village. While Naruto's main group consists of Moshi, Rayman, Fu, Utakata, and Karin. The village has spread and become nice over the years, as Naruto extended the wall with all of the money that he's been getting from the missions that his ninjas are doing, as they created a ninja academy in the village where children can go and learn about being a ninja at a young age. And also they created a hospital, as Naruto had his guards on the wall. This made other villages surprised, as this village, called Phoenix, is becoming quite large and popular, as the Raikage decided to take this at his advantage, seeing that the village is new. He decided to send a great portion of his shinobi to attack the village and wipe it out, and take command of it, and he will be controlled behind the scenes. So last where we left off, Naruto and his group was outside to witness the hundreds of Cloud Shinobi. So yeah guys, that was basically the last part we left off. You guys can scroll across the playlist and check it out for yourself. So let's start this new episode. One of the Cloud Ninjas spoke, Rayman. So it is true after all, you're here at this village after you deserted the Cloud. The Storm of Kumo, that's what they call you. I am no longer a part of the Cloud. My allegiance lie with the Phoenix village, and none of you will destroy it, Rayman said, as he pulled out his sword as lightning started crackle through it. Moshi then pulled out his sword as well, as Fu created two stingers from her back, while Utakata pulled out his flute bubble, as Naruto took off his sword. Well, the Raikage sent us here to take this village, and we're not going to take no for an answer or any talking, one of the ninjas said, as the leader then told them all to attack. As Naruto and his group rushed forward, Rayman was the first one to strike, as he brought down his sword as a bolt of lightning radiated off of it, killing most of the ninjas with one swipe, as Moshi moving at incredible speed, slicing them down to pieces while Fu pierced them, as Utakata uses bubble to create bubble explosion, blowing up most of them, while Naruto had his sword covered in wind, as he sent out wind slash, cutting down most of them, as the ninjas realized that these guys are powerful. As the Naruto group wasn't playing around because they won't allow them to enter the village that they've created so hard to build and protect, as they got the enemy ninjas backing up. A group of the enemy ninjas run through hand sign, lightning style. Lightning Inferno, they said, as they sent a bolt of lightning towards the group. Rayman jumped in the way as he put his sword forward, and his sword was like a conductor for the lightning, as he spun his sword around and sent the lightning attack back to them at twice the power, killing all of them in that section with the lightning bolt. Naruto then run through hand sign, wind style. Wind tornado, he said, as Naruto created a wind tornado that started to suck up the enemy. As he run through another set of hand sign, wind style, wind blade, as the ninjas in the tornado started to scream out for their life, as the tornado had sharp wind blades ripping them to pieces. Moshi then stabbed his sword into the ground as he run through hand sign, water style, water tsunami, as Moshi released a large amount of water from his mouth that started to spin violently and rushed towards the ninjas, striking them with enough force to break their bones, as most of them got damaged in that technique. As Fu then released her bugs to drain their chakra, killing most of them. The onslaught lasted for a couple more minutes, as the entire 100 of shinobis were wiped out. As Naruto now was standing over the leader, his sword at the leader's neck. "Now you listen to me," said Naruto. "Spread the word, this village is not a weak village that anyone can take advantage of. So tell your Raikage, if he wants to do something, come here himself and I'll take him out as well." As Naruto then removed his katana, "Now go," said Naruto. The leader got up. "Do you really think I'm gonna run from you, boy?" he said. Naruto then disappeared as he appeared right in front of the man's face. The man then saw the silhouette of the nine-tailed fox. Well, mostly felt the chakra. As he felt fear all over his skin, goosebumps appeared. He then started to back away. "I said go!" Naruto said in a bark as the man quickly ran through the forest. "You shouldn't have let him go," said Fu. "They were here to try and destroy our village and ransack it and own it for themselves. Especially that Raikage. They think they can just take advantage of this village just because it's new. Yeah, that is what these people think. Just because this is an upcoming starting village, they think they can take over it. But make them come. We will slaughter them all." Couple of weeks later, the news has spread all over the elemental nations about Kumo trying to attack the Phoenix village, and their enemy ninja forces were wiped out. We currently have Tsunade and Jiraiya in the office, as Jiraiya is just telling Tsunade the news. He told Tsunade that he went to visit Naruto, but the guards at the gate told him that Naruto didn't want any visitors and he wasn't allowed to enter the village. "So, it's getting that serious," said Tsunade. "The brat has really created his own village, and he has shown that he has the power that no other village can mess with. This will cause a lot of problems," said Jiraiya. "After what happened with Kumo, things will certainly start to heat up. And about the Akatsuki, ask Tsunade. They will try to attack the Phoenix village. Because of what you told me, the information is correct. Naruto already has 2 tail beasts inside his village, plus him making that 3. Well, I don't think they will flat out attack the village like that. With those 2 tail beasts, plus Naruto possessing the 9 tails, it will be hard for them to get into the village and just attack and try to take the tail beasts. Naruto has also gotten missing ninjas from all over, and they are being trained to becoming shinobis." "Wait, how did you gather so much information?" asked Tsunade. "Well, Tsunade, you know I got my spy network everywhere, but I wasn't able to infiltrate inside and really talk to Naruto. At first, I wondered what was going on when Moshi told me that Naruto was busy and he was always not there when I went to visit. Now I understand. He's been doing all of this behind my back. So this is his new goal. If he couldn't become Hokage in Konoha, he created his new village so he can become the boss there. Tsunade, I think you should spark up a bargaining deal with the Phoenix village so you and them can become allies." "What?" said Tsunade. "I can't do that. The village already hate Naruto. And remember, Jiraiya, it was Danzo who was the one who talked to the Fire Daimyo to banish Naruto from this village, so the council will be on his side, since Naruto got banished a long time ago. But Tsunade, Naruto's village, has a great force and power behind it. They should be a good ally in the future if it continues to grow like this. And if you don't, I believe that somewhere in the future, something will happen and we will end up fighting Naruto's village, and it won't be good. Why do you say that? Asked Tsunade. I just have a feeling, said Jiraiya, as Tsunade looked at Jiraiya to see that he was completely serious. Jiraiya, you're scaring me, she said, as he was always acting pervert and goofy, but now he was dead serious. Tsunade sighed. Well, I'll think over it. Days later, Naruto was at the Sand Village, sitting in Gaara's private study, as both him and Gaara are talking to each other. So, you did it, Naruto, said Gaara. Yes, I already told you that I wouldn't fail. My village has become quite a success. Yes, and what I've heard, with you and the Raikage, said Gaara. Well, that man doesn't know his bounds. My village is up and coming and new, and he already tried to attack it, thinking that it's weak. But I have proven that my village is strong and able to handle threats. So what do you say about that alliance? Naruto asked. Well, Naruto, you already told me 2 years ago that you will do wonderful things and create your own village. And I already told you my answer. As Gaara extended his hand, as Naruto shook it. Alright, then let's get everything legalized, said Naruto, as Gaara nodded. Day later, Naruto was leaving the village with Moshe. As he finished getting an alliance with the Kazekage, Phoenix, and the Sand Village are now allies. Naruto and Moshe were heading back home as the both of them are walking through the desert. Naruto, said Moshe. What is it? Naruto asked. What about Konoha? What will you do about them? Konoha, said Naruto, as he put his hand at his chin. Right now, I have nothing to do with Konoha. That village is far away from what I'm planning in the future. But if they try what Kumo did, I will crush them. These villages think they can just come and destroy my village just because it's new. But they won't. So Moshe, what is the status of the trainees? 500 trainees has already passed the 3-star training. 300 has passed the 2-star training, and 100 has passed the 1-star training. The elite corps is still being trained by Rayman, and they will be ready soon to be your personal envoy. Naruto nodded. And what about the Akatsuki? Has our spy gathered any more information on them yet? No, said Moshe. From the time that they tried to kidnap you, when you were back in Konoha, they have been silent ever since. But I just feel like something is coming, said Moshe. And why do you feel that? Naruto asked. I don't know, said Moshe. As both Naruto and Moshe exit the desert, as they went into the forest. A day later, the Sand Village was under attack by the Akatsuki, and it was Deidara, and this part is going to be the same as canon, as their Kazekage was taken and Kankuro was poisoned. Temari arrived home as she got the news, as they quickly send out a message towards the Phoenix village and towards Konoha for their assistance, seeing that they're up against the Akatsuki. Back at the Phoenix village, Naruto was in his private quarters when one of his shinobis rushed into the room. Sir, the shinobi said, as he gave a small bow. What is it? Naruto asked, as he gave Naruto a note. As Naruto opened it, who is here at the moment? Rayman is teaching the special corps. Karin is in her lab, and Fu, she is at the mansion. The rest of them has gone on missions. Alright, tell Rayman that he is to control everything until I return. Summon Karin and Fu at once. As the tuning went off, Karin and Fu then arrive. Naruto, what's going on? Karin asks. I need your assistance, said Naruto. The enemies has taken Gaara. The enemies? Fu asked. The Akatsuki, said Naruto. So they have strike, said Fu, as she knew that the Akatsukis are after the tail beast. So what are we going to do? Said Fu. Me and you and Karin are going to go and take care of them and retrieve back Gaara. What? Said Karin. Do you really think that is wise? For the both of you to go, seeing that the both of you has tail beasts as well? Gaara is a close friend, and I want to wipe out the Akatsuki. I need your help, Karin, to locate them. So that is why you are summoned on this mission. And Fu, you're going to be my backup. I have no problem with that, said Fu, as she slammed her fist into her palm. Let's go take care of these Akatsukis. Karin, said Naruto. As Karin nodded, let's go, said Naruto as they headed off. Meanwhile, a team consists of Kakashi, Sakura, Sai, and Hinata already arrived to the hidden sand. Immediately, Sakura went to go and treat Kankuro. It was then that Naruto and his small team arrived at the desert, as they were far away from the sand village, so it took them a little longer. Meanwhile, Temari and Kakashi and Hinata were both standing out in the hall, while Sai was nowhere to be seen, as Sakura was finishing up healing Kankuro. I want to come with you and get my brother back, said Temari as she looked at Kakashi. No, you can't do that, said Baki. You need to stay here and protect the village. The Leaf Ninjas will do their best to get back Gaara. Temari lowered her head. If these guys were strong enough to take out Gaara, they are going to be strong. That is why you guys will have backup. What do you mean? Kakashi asks. The Sand Village is also allies with the Phoenix Village. It was then that Sai came back into the hall. As he looked at Temari, with a fake smile on his face. The Phoenix Village? You mean that new village that is coming up? As most of the Konoha shinobis had no idea who was actually running that village. Seeing that Tsunade and Jiraiya kept it a secret, knowing that Naruto was the one in charge of that village after the village banished him, as they didn't want the people of Konoha to be scared, thinking that Naruto is going to come back with his own village wanting revenge, so it was kept a secret. So most of the shinobis had no idea about that. As Kakashi heard about the village, but he didn't heard anything about Naruto. The reason why A knew about Naruto was because of his spy that came into the village as civilians. As they tried to gather information, they heard the name of the leader of the village. The Akatsuki also know that Naruto is running this village, so it wasn't like popular news to everyone. But everyone inside of the Phoenix village know Naruto and that he's the one in control. Why would the Sand Village ally itself with a new upcoming village? Sai asked. It was then Sakura came into the hall and told them that Kankuro would be safe. Sai then turned to Temari. So, why is that? He asked. It is because Gaara knew the person in command of the Phoenix village. What are you guys talking about? Asked Sakura. It's Naruto, said Temari. As everyone looked at her, as they all were shocked to hear this. As Sakura's eyes went wide the moment she heard Naruto's name, she remembered the things that she said to him the day he got banished from the village. What are you talking about? Asked Hinata. Oh, you guys had no idea about that. Well, Naruto is the leader of the Phoenix village. I guess the news hasn't come quite popular yet. So, when the Cloud village tried to attack the Phoenix village, Naruto was the one who stopped them? Asked Hinata. Yes, but how didn't you guys know about this? Asked Temari. Well, you were the one who banished him, so I thought you guys would have been keeping a close eye on him. As Kakashi wondered if Jiraiya and Tsunade know about this. If they knew that Naruto is the leader of the village, they must knew, because the information was scrambled before it could reach any of their ears, as they had no clue that Naruto was a leader behind that village. They had heard that he went to the Phoenix village, but they were surprised to hear that he was a leader. They heard that the Phoenix Village accepted him, but for him to be the leader, he created that village, asked Hinata, as a smile came on her face, as she was so happy for Naruto, hearing he's safe, and he also had his own village. So you guys are allied with them, said Sakura, speaking for the first time. Yes, and they're sending some of their shinobis here as well to help us out. Why would you call for their assistance when you call for the Leaf assistance? Asked Sai. Well, 2 assistants is better than 1. And these are the Akatsuki. We cannot take them lightly, said Temari. So, when will they get here? Asked Sakura, as she feels very guilty about seeing Naruto again after what she said to him. They should be arriving any moment now, said Temari. It was then that a Chunin burst into the room. Members from the Phoenix Village are here, he said. So they have arrived, said Temari, as she walked out and headed off, while the Konoha ninjas followed behind her. As Hinata wanted to see Naruto, and Sakura really wanted to apologize for what he said to him, and Kakashi just wanted to see his student, and Sai has great information for Danzo. Danzo's spy already gathered information that Naruto had something to do with the Phoenix Village, but now Sai had hardcore evidence, as he's going to tell Danzo everything that he witnessed today. When they all arrived at the gate, Temari saw Naruto with 2 other girls. Naruto, she said, as she thought that he would send Rayman, Mochi or some other ninjas, but he came himself. Naruto, I thought that he would send someone else. This is a personal mission, said Naruto. I want to bring back Gaara. As Temari smiled when she heard that. Well, you got any information that we sent? Yes, said Naruto, about the Akatsuki. So, about Kankuro, is he alright? Yes, don't worry. The Konoha ninjas healed him. When she said that, Naruto looked behind her as he saw Sakura, Hinata, Kakashi, and a new face that he didn't recognize, which was Sai. Well then, the only thing left to do is to get Gaara, Naruto asked. Yes, said Temari. It was then that Lady Chiyo arrived. I am coming with you, said Lady Chiyo. This poison is strange, she said, to practically no one. So I am coming, you need my assistant. But none of them answered her, as the Konoha group was focused on Naruto. Hinata couldn't take it anymore. As she walked by her group, she quickly rushed up to Naruto and gave him a hug. As Naruto hugged her back, it's good to see you too, Hinata, he said, as Hinata smiled when he called her name. Naruto, I was so worried about you, but to hear that all you have done, you're the leader of the Phoenix Village? I am so happy for you, she said. As Naruto smiled, as he then breathed the hug, he then looked to Karin. Karin, I got it, said Karin, as she closed her eyes and started to focus, as everyone wondered what she was doing. I found a lot of large chakra source. They're a distance away from here, said Karin, as Sakura then took in a deep breath. Naruto, she said, as she walked past Hinata. As she stopped behind Naruto, he then turned his gaze and looked at her. Naruto, as a few tears formed at the corner of her eye. I just want to apologize. As she stopped, seeing the look on his face that had nothing but pure hatred and disgust. You have nothing to say to me, he said, as he turned his gaze away from her, looking at Karin, as everyone was surprised. Well, mostly Kakashi and Temari, as they knew how Naruto used to act in the past with this girl. But now, as Sakura felt her heart being ripped up into pieces when Naruto said that, but she knew that she was the first one to say something bad to him, so she just went quiet as Sai noticed her reaction, but he just turned back to Naruto. Naruto then turned to Hinata. My group has already found the Akatsuki, so if you want to tag along, let's go, Hinata, Naruto said, as he wasn't paying attention to anyone else. He then stopped Temari. Don't worry, I'll bring your brother back. As they headed off, with Team 7 following behind them. Fu and Karin were at the front, as the both of them were hopping, as Karin was the one with the sensory type ability, as Fu was glancing back at Naruto, who was talking to Hinata. As Karin felt something ominous about Fu's chakra. Fu, what's wrong? Karin asked. As Fu snapped out of it, what are you talking about? Fu said. Well, every time you look back at Naruto and that girl, I feel something off with your chakra. Oh, I get it, said Karin. What are you talking about? Fu said as she blushed in embarrassment. You're jealous. Why should I be jealous? Fu asked. Well, you don't like other girls talking to Naruto. And why would I don't like that? Because perhaps you like him. Fu blushed as she enhanced her speed, passing Karin, as Karin chuckled to herself. Meanwhile, Naruto and Hinata were discussing everything that happened in the past, things that changed about the village, and Naruto told her about his village and things that he's creating and building there, as Hinata was smiling all the way, as she was happy to hear how good Naruto life is going right now, and that he's in a village where people respect and care about him. As she had a thought in her mind, but she didn't want to say it. She wanted to leave the Leaf Village and go with Naruto, but she didn't want to say anything here, for the rest of the Konoha shinobis to hear, so she just continued to talk and listen to Naruto, while Sakura was hopping from tree to tree. As Kakashi noticed the tears at the corner of her eyes, he then slowed down his pace. Sakura, it's gonna be okay, said Kakashi. As Sakura lifted up her head and looked at Kakashi, as she gave him a fake smile. It's alright, Kakashi-sensei, she said. But Kakashi knew that she was hurting inside, as Kakashi didn't have the guts to say anything to Naruto. Since Naruto got banished from the village, he hasn't seen the kid, and now he's here. He just didn't know what to say, while Sai was just hopping from tree branch to tree branch by himself, not saying a single word, as Lady Chiyo was just focusing on their path. After what Kankuro told her, she only had one thought of who was inside of that puppet, as she wondered if it was sorcery. They arrived at a clearing, as they all stopped to the fog. It was then, out of the fog, when Kisame and Itachi appeared. Fu and Karin jumped on Naruto's side, as Naruto looked at the both of them in their Akatsuki cloak. I remember you two, said Naruto. You do, said Kisame, as he took Samehata off his back and placed it on the ground. I also remember you too, kid, but I have heard about your recent events. I've heard you got powerful. While Itachi just remained calm and silent, as he too heard about Naruto getting banished from the leaf, and the Akatsuki wanted to go after Naruto, but because Jiraiya was with him, and this strange samurai which they knew nothing about, they decided to keep it on the down low, and they had to gather the one tail, then the two tail, then three tail. So they decided to allow the 9-tailed Kyuubi for now. But everything is set, and it's now time for them to call it the Tail Beast. As Itachi just looked at Naruto's new appearance, as he heard a lot of things about Naruto, getting banned from the Leaf Village, creating his own village, but he just remained quiet. Naruto then looked at Karin. As Karin looked at him, these guys aren't the real Itachi or Kisame. I can sense their chakra. They're just a couple of fakes. Huh? Said Naruto. Yes, they're fakes. It seems like they're here to buy some time. Buy time? So they're here to slow us down, so they can do what they want with Gaara. Well, I won't allow that, said Naruto. I'll finish this as quick as possible. Naruto then entered his mindscape. Hey, Kurama. I'm gonna need to borrow some chakra, said Naruto. You know you can finish those guys off with your own power, said Kurama. I know, but I need to end this quickly, so I'm gonna do it in one quick motion. Alright, brat, here you go, said Kurama, as he linked some of the chakra to Naruto. Naruto then paused. You know what, Kurama? When everything is done here, I'm gonna remove that seal. Me and you, we have become friends to the point where I can trust you and I don't feel any ill intention from you anymore. Really, kid? What if I come through the seal and rip you apart and take over your body? Said Kurama as he chuckled. Naruto chuckled as well, because we have become friends and we have a special bond. As a smile came on Naruto's face, Kurama just huffed. Go ahead and finish those two off, will you? Said Kurama. Don't worry, I will. Back in the real world, Naruto snapped his eyes open as he told Karin and Fu to stay back a bit. It was then red chakra engulfed Naruto as Kakashi pulled up his headband. As this is the Kyuubi's chakra, as he wondered if Naruto is losing it. As Fu then jumped back. As Hinata walked up to her. Hey, said Hinata with a smile. What's going on? Hinata asked. Fu looked at her, as she knew that inside she felt jealous. But there is no time for that. Naruto is going to take out those two. Just stay back for now, said Fu. As Hinata nodded, as Sakura and Sai stood back with Lady Chiyo, as they felt the ominous power leaking from Naruto. Naruto then exploded with flames around him as he went into Tail Beast's second form, as he had 6 tails behind him and a bone on his shoulder. Let's do this, he said in a growl. But guys, I'm gonna be ending this episode right here. If you want to see the next part of this, you already know what to do. Like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn on that bell notification if they posted. Remember to share to all of your friends on your social media platform. And stay in tune for Uchiha Naruto the Sage, and also Naruto the God of Shinobi. But for now, I'm out of here. Peace.